There he is. There you go, Zim. Take my sable shekels. Alright, so should I reroll this, guys? Yay, nay?
It's adequate. You don't have any negatives, but you're really only good with the one ability. Clerics generally want at least 2 good skills. They're casting and then however they do their damage. Or
Gotcha.
they're yeah. So this particular one, you have 2 pretty good skills. One isn't as good as the other, but you do have an 18. One will have a single -1 penalty, and then 2 of them won't have a bonus, but isn't negative. So, pretty good, but balanced out a bit.
Alright. I'll just roll with that, I guess, then. I mean, we're level 3, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. I'll be fine with that. It's better than my last one where my freaking friend made everything for us. So we essentially had nothing. Let's see here.
I would still trash that. While that 18 is very tempting, but that's just my
But I only
opinion.
had 2 mulligans.
No, you have as many as you want. Just work through them quickly.
Eh. 4, 5, 8. Is that better?
Well, you rolled 1 too many.
Oh.
Don't count the M's, my finger was 1 thing off.
I would say that's quite a bit better. You don't have a really good skill, but at the same time, you got 3 decent stacks, and that's important. It's more
Gotcha.
important
Right,
than having 1 18, you know?
Not necessarily, depending on the class you're playing.
How do I edit this?
Well, for a cleric where they're more roundabout, I personally would say that having, wisdom, constitution, and strength or dexterity up there would be more important than having a single 18. And then the rest are just like 13 or 12.
Like the random generated one I made the other day. It's 10, 14, 14, 10, 15, 11, so...
I had several bottles of water in the fridge, specifically for this. They're all gone.
I see.
I blame Tanya. She must have taken them all. She takes everything.
So how do I edit this,
Oh, you guys can boost the stream again!
Yep, because
Get
this
on
is
it.
the different stream.
So when you go into your character, you should be able to click on something and then just type in the number. Like I just typed 14 after clicking on your strength, and now it says 14. You should be able to do that yourself.
export record and minimize? Those are my options.
when you bring up the thing yourself?
Yep.
Don't forget to change your icons, everyone.
Working on it.
I forgot to do that.
Kinda was hoping we could have done this the other day, but I screwed up and wasn't fast enough. Oh, there you go. Right. Hey, do I still have the same character? What the hell?
What's up, my lab?
I click on PCs to see if who's there again. Oh, there it is. Okay, so it's not under character selection, it's just there. This, I'll just stream it. Alright, so you just right click on this, right? And just export or something?
Alright, what was that? Milo?
Trying to make this thing play nice.
Okay,
And,
so to put your ability scores in, you just click on the box and then type in the number.
Okay, so I don't need to right click or anything crazy like that. Alright. Okay. 15, 13, 16, 15, 13, 11. Right.
You clerics are wisdom based?
Yes, they're wisdom based.
Correct. Which is why I'm probably going to dump everything, the high level, into wisdom. Oh, there's no like little icon blinking or anything. Ah!
And now we watch a grown man get defeated by a character sheet.
I mean, you ain't
Many have
wrong,
fallen.
Chief.
Many have fallen before him.
I will not be the last. 13, 13, the 16 was used, 2 15s. And I think I did it correctly. Yeah.
Why does the seriously? It's back already.
Okay.
There's a timber sheet on character selection that has a human face.
Natural one.
The character with the human face, that was, what's his face? It was the miner that tried to hide that. Remember?
It was the night guy from the art. There's a character sheet in character selection. It has Timber's name, but it's using his avatar.
Oh, I don't know. Just delete it, Jim.
That was the only copy of Timber I saw. If there's another one, that is not something I see on my side.
I can back out and screenshot it for you.
If you'd like.
Also, is there any predetermined feats or something like that that I need to know about? Anything that's off the table? Anything like that?
You do not get any feats yet.
Copy. I'm
What
just asking
race
what.
are you playing, by the way?
I just rolled the other day and it said ASMR. Like I can roll again and make something else.
And it's
You get to choose what you're playing. I don't know
Okay.
what you're rolling.
Oh,
it-
it's just
it-
I have a D whatever that I roll for characters.
it's
So
not
you can-
there now.
You can play furries in this. I usually
Oh,
make a custom furry race for each furry race that people want to play as.
Oh, I didn't know that. I mean, that's fine.
So, what do you want to play?
Again, I was just assuming like that was gonna be the race, and I was just gonna tack on what I looked like normally,
No.
like as the character play. No, all
I
right.
do make custom races for everyone, and yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I didn't put that much thought into it. I've never
You don't
really got
know
to do
what furry
stuff.
you want to play?
The last thing I played was a maned wolf, and that was a year and a half ago.
I
The other two
I
D&D
I wonder if Milo Cat wants a cat.
He's actually been more of a puppy of late.
I mean,
Oh, Milo, I'm going to send you something on Telegram.
okay. I guess I'll go with my old maned wolf character then.
You can play a new character. You don't have to play one you've played before.
Wait, some. Okay.
Alright, well, hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim, and this is Red Flag Rejects Dungeons and Dragons. I will turn it over now to Chim.
Thank you. Last session, the party started by fighting a giant mechanical monstrosity. This lurking beast managed to deal some damage before they finally chipped away at it and destroyed the core that made it. Before a vile magic remade the machine and had the fight start all over again. After being freed, they escape the mines with a new friend in tow and go to the town for some nice rest and relaxation. Now they awaken therein with the friend who has bought the room nothing but a marten on his pillow. More of that vile magic. And they now stand here with a few things that they can do, be it going to get the map that Rosalia has requested quite some time ago, going to turn in their boat deed and hopefully get away off this island, or other adventures they might find as they explore this beautiful mercantile town.
So, we're back to our regular size, right?
Everyone except for Quizen, the gnome who had joined the party. He is currently a marten on his bed, still asleep, unaware that he got turned into a marten.
So, Timber was pretty beat up last adventure, and he was winded, so he's out cold. You know, he's probably last to wake up, but somehow on top of everyone.
Yeah, as I was about to say, we ended last session with Timber on the top of Rose because she was first to the bed. So need air.
Rose wakes up right next to Timber's mechanical-looking face because he sleeps with his helmet on.
What was my save against that? Was it wisdom?
I think it was 15 wisdom. There you go.
Mildly startled, but perfectly fine.
Well, you got 300 pounds of potato on top of you.
I'm just gonna keep knocking on his helmet until I get an answer.
What?
Can't breathe.
Temple gets up, like pushing off, jumping up, thinking we're under attack. Just bouncing off the bed.
You get up, and the first thing you see is the sunlight that streams through the slits in your mask and into your eyes.
Oh no! They have blinding magic!
It's just the Empress's light. You're fine.
I'm so used to the moon. The moon is so much better than the sun. Lights the night. We don't need the sun in the daytime. It's already bright enough.
I'm just going to ignore that and make my way downstairs.
The inn, while you guys did not pay attention much to the last time, is actually a pretty beautiful place. This one looks less like a tavern that also has rooms and more of an actual place for weary travelers to come and rest. While there is a tavern-like area, there is cushioned seats, tables with cloths over them, fancy lights that are a light at each one to light up the darker areas of the room that the open windows does not. Curtains over the windows to keep the sea breeze from making it too cold. And there are quite a few servers going about and either tending to people's needs or tidying up whatever was left from people who's already woken up.
So, Dungeon Master, Temple wants to go with Torn to see if the armor's done.
You may go there. I believe Rosalia was about to say something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't eat the entire time we were stuck as Martins, so I'm heading straight to the dining area.
Right to the salad bar.
Yes, right to the salad bar.
With hunger that could rival Dragon's Anya barges into what would be the eatery, ordering a meal and waiting patiently, though you do not have to wait long before they serve you your food. Though they will ask quite a few times if you're sure you don't want any of the honeyed ham or candied meats or the roasted pheasant that they had caught fresh that day.
Do you not understand how rabbits work? It's pretty straightforward.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to insult you. I'll go get your salads and your pumpkin soup.
Timber is sneaking up to try and steal the food.
So what I was intending on ordering is just oatmeal and juice for myself, and then a big fat steak and ale for other Timber, not this Timber.
So Timber's gonna keep going for your food.
If he's going after the steak, that's fine. If he's going after the oatmeal, I'm gonna fork him.
Well, they tried to give you steak, and you denied it multiple times. And yes, Timber?
Since Timber has a steak, and he said it was for Timber, he's going to give it to Timber, but he's keeping the ale. Here you go, buddy. I love steak. Make sure you eat it for me, okay? I'm still thirsty, though. And he opens his helmet, like those trash cans that you tip up, the lid, and he just dumps the ale down his consuming pipe and it just goes down. Clunk.
Toss it
Puts
in the
the ale down.
I'm not sure how well Timber would have a refined palate for said things, but the drink in this place is actually fairly nice. It's not like most taverns that just have very common or trashy drinks.
Well, this Temple would be able to drink this really easily then, because he's used to whatever garbage the Wolven Empire was able to dump into a single bucket that they found and mixed it all together and drank it, because it's easier to carry one big thing instead of a bunch of little things. He's used to drinking slog.
Then it goes down really easy, leaving no aftertaste that would want Timber to burn his throat.
Temple's upset because there's no bonus flavor. Alright, Rosalia. I ordered me some stuff. You wanna come once you're done eating your lawn clippings?
Sure.
How's that steak, me?
It's tasty!
Temple asked Temple.
Meanwhile, Timber's going for the oatmeal.
I'm gonna fork him.
I will say also downstairs, now that they have awoke, is Kairos. Is that how you say your name?
Yes.
Him and the other traveler who was unable to join you in your room from last session. They both had separate rooms, and only Kairos is here. There are some other people in the inn, though. One of them is, well, Lyris. Would you like to say what your character looks like?
We're still figuring that out.
Okay, then I won't force you in just yet.
Kairos is going to make his way out, wondering what sort of hellish chaos he's going to walk into.
Well, when you walk downstairs, you can see the party of adventurers that you were told you were supposed to be with, which life and paperwork had you sadly unable to stay with them when they went to the mines. They're
God.
currently eating their fills.
Nothing's on fire. I'm shocked.
Plenty of things were on fire, just at the other end.
I like when things are on fire.
And like that, I wish I could go back to sleep.
I didn't roll for nightmares for the PTSD effect.
You did, actually. Last time when you first went to lay down, you failed your will save, and you had nightmares, and we joked about when you woke up you would have been afraid of Timber.
That's why I had to roll the save when I... Okay, yeah, because of the nightmare.
Yes, sadly your dreams were filled with the ideas and thoughts of the mechanical monster that had attacked you and come back, as well as the smaller ones.
Just running through endless oversized mine corridors with machines that get right back up when you kill them.
Almost like some bad Renaissance fair theme park. Though now you are able to relax with a fill-in meal that restores your strength, and Timber, when you give your food to the Martin, they will bring you out some other meat to enjoy.
But first, Rosalia, you should make a perception check.
I was making the dexterity against the you going towards the meal. That's what the stealth's about,
the
right?
Stealth, you gotta make a perception to even notice it.
I'm guarding it like a precious jewel right now.
Hey, me.
I would say you could get advantage
Hey,
if you're
me.
guarding it.
Yeah.
Timbers, you have a bottle, right?
Yeah. Timber,
Yeah,
right
I have
over
a
there.
bottle. All right. Yeah.
Damn it.
Get me a steak for my bottle. Make sure it's big enough to feed Timber because Timber's huge.
So Tanya would be busy with Timber, while Timber is grabbing a big mouthful of her oatmeal on the other side.
So you have chosen death.
So Timber thinks he has a bottle now too.
I'm gonna go over and sit down and get some food. What does the inn recommend?
Well, we have a lovely roasted pheasant as well as some pumpkin soup. Outside of that, we have a lovely salad from herbs and plants picked fresh from our gardens.
By chance, do you have roasted marten?
Ooh, that sounds good. I'll take 2.
I don't see Montiel, I only see Wolven.
What is a marten? The server asked.
I'll take the roasted pheasant, please. Thank you.
Within a few moments, they get your food.
I can feel Zim's judgmental stare.
I rolled to see if they would know what a marten is, because Sim always talks about how no one knows what they are. They rolled low.
Well, obviously these are 2 Wolven. They're my brothers, and me, and me. That's 2. If I did the math right.
Yes?
Yes. Don't ever question me. My logic is infallible.
They bring
He's
enough.
always like this. Just roll with it.
So, how much paperwork did you make for me while you were gone? Can't have been that much, right?
Oh, Theo, here's my report. Temple brings out a big old scrapbook, and it's just full of the drawings and doodles that he uses to remember everything. It's very childish.
Uh-huh.
It's all there. He's our official record keeper.
Why?
Make a perception check.
I'm making a. Should I even bother with a deception roll on that?
I think it's kind of obvious at this point.
No, look, Roselia, see, this is us walking, and then there's the landslide with the 3 people with that covered wagon thing that we totally passed by that totally wasn't stealing anything. And then we went into the cavern, and then here's me opening the door and putting it back, and then there's the little...
Bash. As Kairos' skull makes contact with the desk.
With that roll, you barely make sense of all the pictures and images. They kind of just start to mix in your eyes, and it gets very confusing to know which goes where, missing a lot of the smaller details.
Timbers, I just imagine him just distracted by Timbers' words going, oh god, they did what? What is he talking about? What?
And they bring your food. Well, the second course for the 2, 10, 5, 2 people. They're kind of confused exactly how many people are eating and what and where, so they just kind of prepared a big feast at this point.
It's fine. Timber could down it all by himself.
He's going to cut into his meal far rougher than is strictly necessary.
Well,
Okay,
Timber
so-
is going to enjoy some more of the oatmeal.
So, Karos, the way things stand right now, we are effectively blackballed from the main harbor, but we did manage to get our hands on the deed to a ship which we need to go collect, assuming that the deed will be honored. We carried out an odd job at the mines.
It doesn't sound like an odd job. Looking directly at Timber as he says that.
It was supposed to be an odd job. It turned into something more than that. Now we're back.
You know what? No, just don't tell me. The less I know, the less I might get implicated in if we have to talk to a guard or something. So what are we doing right now?
Picking up a map and then heading out to a harbor to see if this ship even exists.
Okay. That's simple. That's easy. That's normal. I'm sure we can do this with absolutely no problems. Nothing going to blow up. Nothing going to explode. No chaos. Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Yes, nothing going to explode. Slowly turning towards both of the wolves.
What wolves? Oh, you mean
Our
Timber
job is
and
to totally
okay.
destroy
Timber and
chaos.
Shiro.
Jim,
Yes.
I need Tanya's bowl of oatmeal to make a Constitution saving throw.
A Constitution saving throw on the oatmeal.
Yes.
It critically failed.
Okay. It explodes in fire.
Rosalia,
Tanya, you gonna eat that?
as you go to dip your spoon back into the bowl of oatmeal, there is a small hiss and pop and crackle. You see the bowl start to glow a faint orange red before suddenly it is roaring stronger than the biggest bonfire you have seen, with the flames licking the ceiling of the room before they die down, and it's still on fire. But
I
You
calmly
gonna eat that?
put the utensil down, lean back, take the sling off my head, and slowly grab a pebble from my pocket.
There's now a very large knife stabbed into my food.
Can I have your ball of fire?
You know what? Knock yourself out. In
Sweet.
fact,
Timber
everybody
takes
should,
it.
everybody should knock themselves out. Here, little Timber, allow me to assist. Boop. Of course.
you're leaning back in the chair, and as you go to sling this at the Martin, which is very close to you, you kind of have to balance yourself weirdly, and you leave go right as the chair starts to swing too far back, and you have just a moment and go, uh-oh, before you're like falling onto your back, and the rock goes straight towards the ceiling.
Damn it! What is
Does
it
the
with
rock
my rolls?
come back and pelt woes?
Why are my rolls always bad in this game?
Timber is going to get up onto Rosalia and kindly lick off some of the oatmeal that splattered out of the bowl when it erupted in fire.
You almost catch yourself from falling backwards, using your feet to grab the table, and that's when the Martin crawls up your leg like a little noodle to get to your face. It tickles, and you jerk, and that's when you fall fully onto your back. the marten licking, and the wolverine next to you comments on how delicious the chili was as he helps you to your feet.
Who has the deed?
Timber, there will come a day when I feed you to other timber. I just want you to know that.
Why would I eat myself?
Because your emperor's demand.
No, because you are what you eat, and that's the only way to maintain your sanity.
That's probably why I'm crazy, because I never eat myself.
I'm annoyed that logic checks out.
I'm going to walk over to Rosalia and offer her a hand up.
Which of course I'm going to accept. Just working
Well-
on the humility part of the monk lifestyle, which is difficult with the company I keep.
Before you accept, you had both Timber and the cat. Well, no, he's a wolf. Never mind. He was going to be a cat. Timber and Karos offering you assistance.
Either way, it's easy to get back to my feet. That's the takeaway from that.
Temple has a bowl of fire.
I'm just picturing him just nonchalant taking spoonfuls, still on fire.
Shall we head out to the harbor then? Twitch, twitch.
Buddy, if you're like this after just a couple minutes with them, you are not going to survive the day.
It's pretty
Wait.
spicy. I love it.
Each delicious mouthful is 1 point of fire damage, which we won't actually track.
Oh
It
my
tastes
god.
like pain.
He's just cooking his mouth right now. Anyway, so are we heading to the cartographers or not?
The question is, who is going to the cartographers and who wants to go to the boatmaster first?
I still need to get the armor.
Timber, and Timber will, if Timber's okay with this, they'll go to and get the armor, and then they'll go to the harbor master.
Good idea, me. You sound planning. Don't you know Temple's a common name in glorious Pakistan?
As I just mutter under my breath, I really hope his so-called Empress gets hit by a cart.
I'm pretty sure if a cart were to hit Timber, the cart would take more damage.
Yes.
This is
No,
correct.
I was hoping his Empress got hit by the cart, not him.
So,
The Empress is the biggest.
Rosalia and Karos, Timber, and Timber are going to be going to get armor first. Are you going to the cartographer, or are you going to be going to the, well, with them?
I say we go to the cartographer.
In which case, Timber picks odds or evens.
Well, I'm gonna pick odd because it's odd, and I love odd stuff.
You guys go first. Leaving the inn, the town is much more alive. It's almost hard to actually walk down this main street that the inn is actually on. Because at this time of day, much more people are coming into port, much more people are out and about shopping, delivering goods, making things, selling things. And it's just a massive swarm of life and busy work. And you can work your way through these crowds of people to get to Jima's gizmos, which Timber and Timber could most likely read if I am right. They know common? Alright, Sim gave me a nod. As for you, Timber, you just know the picture on it. And you walk in and the elf is there. She's actually dusting off the counter. It looks like she's just opened, or is just now closing. You there?
Hello, Sam?
Yeah, this is Timber. Timber!
I think his net died again.
Yep.
Yep, net died. What do I win?
I guess we're moving over to Rosalia and Kairos.
Hello.
Oh, there he is.
He came back from the dead.
I'm too
He-
stubborn
he-
to die.
He dozed off for a second there. He was enjoying the pain soup.
The Empress called him. He disappeared for a moment and then appeared back in the same spot.
just blink him into her plane. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? And then blinks him back.
I am the good boy.
Hmm. There he goes again.
Your internet going okay, Timber?
No, I'm just trying to hook it up to my headset. For some reason, it keeps putting you on speaker. Alright, I'm here.
Alright, did you hear about the elf or no?
All I heard was Timber was a good boy.
Fast forwarding through all the talk of the city, as you enter in the store, the elf is dusting off the countertops, cleaning some things with rags, and it looks like she is either just opening or just closing the store.
Okay, so this time the door actually gets bulged open instead of little Timber. Now it's big Timber.
Oh yeah.
No knocking,
if you-
just all of a sudden he comes barreling through the door.
If you try to open it anything like you did when you were small, you would hear a crack through the door.
Yep. It's
Timber
probably
Dan.
very startling too.
Oh God, what's so? Oh, hi! I did not expect to see you so soon. How are you?
I'm doing grand. How is the armor going along?
Wait, how does she know who he is?
Last session, I implied that she knew that he would look different after she made a roll and moved her goggles down. You do not know why she knows, but she knows.
To be fair, he's still wearing the same uniform. Just bigger.
Also, you don't know if she says that to every maniac who breaks down her door. You were the one for the... Do you have the paper?
Timber proceed to give her the paper.
Yes, I actually spent all night working on this one. I did a decent job. Just don't be outside during any lightning storms. It might attract some towards you. Just a warning. She brings up the what was it called? Split mail?
Split mail, yeah.
The split mail, which has that leather backing with the rivets, and every now and again as she's holding this out by the leather, you can almost see like a little spark on some of the rivets.
Looks perfectly sound to me.
Oh, good. I just happened to have it too close to that battery bank you gave me, and well, some things fell, and there was a little bit of an explosion, and I'm still tidying up after it. Nothing big.
So what you're telling me is this armor protected yourself? from an explosion.
That is one way you can put it, yes.
Great. Temple takes it and puts it and starts. And he
his
literally
mind.
just starts pulling his boots off, and he's literally just changing right there.
His mind is an amazing thing.
Sir, can you go to your in room when you do that?
I'm standing on Balkistani soil. I am fine. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
Timber will tilt his head. Why do you want him to go to his room?
Oh, because me and my boyfriend are in a shaky spot, and I don't want any males naked in my store.
That's fair. That's very fair.
What's wrong with being naked, though?
Why must we torment the NPCs?
Because it's fun.
I see that you are not accustomed to us. She's kind of looking away, hands up over her face. I'm going into the back. Have any questions? Call me when he's done.
Yeah, you just hear straps and little montage of Temple putting everything on.
As soon as Timber finishes putting on the next piece of armor, after she said that, Timber's going to reach out, with his mind like he always does. Okay, he's done!
Yeah,
So
every
he's
time he
not
puts
done
on a
and
new
it's only
set.
one piece.
Timber doesn't understand the concept of, a full suit of armor.
This tricks her the first 2, maybe 3 times before she just calls from the back of the store going like, yeah, so any questions, need anything? I'm tidying up the explosion. I'm not just hiding.
Montage of Temple putting on everything.
Eventually, when Timber is dressed, a few minutes after, she will come out and sigh with relief. Anything else I can help you with today?
I don't think so.
She will turn to the 2 Martins, and you two. Do you need anything? I don't know, but I thought I would ask.
Do you have any food?
No, me,
there's...
silly. They only got metal stuff here.
Oh, but I smell food.
I have my lunch for today, but I don't sell food.
Lunch sounds good.
I'll get you lunch.
Oh, okay.
Had breakfast. What the heck?
Well, don't you know, Azealia? There's breakfast, there's second breakfast, then there's snack time, then there's
And then there's
tea
11Zs, and then there's lunch, and then there's brunch, and yeah, I know.
Okay,
I've worked with
good.
halflings before.
The funniest part about this is the fact that I was just pulling that on Chim a couple days ago. And today.
He sent messages up last night, so like every hour in the hour he sent me a message, and half of them was about food, going like, oh, I think it's time for afternoon tea, or I hope you fed me my second breakfast, and said things.
Well, in fact, I do have some rations if you want to help yourself to those. I mean, they are your rations, by the way.
If you could do this outside of my shop, I'm afraid that crumbs and such are not the best for what I work with.
All right. Tibble exits the door the same way he came in.
It's not supposed to turn out okay.
There go the hinges.
I mean, when Temple goes to a door that opens the way he's kicking is good. Unfortunately, if it's a one-way door, he makes it a two-way door.
It is now a beautiful archway.
Timbo never saw a door he did not want to kick.
Never met a door that I didn't like.
You should see the Woven lock-picking kit.
Does it feature dynamite?
I feel like it's just different sets of boots. And this one is for the evenings, and this is when I need to wear high heels, and this one is for when I'm being sneaky, and this one is for when in the swamp.
Yeah. The Woven lock-picking kit is literally just a pick. Just a pickaxe.
It's a portable door.
Takes a minute to install.
Do Timber, and Timber do anything else before
Tim.
they go to the boatmaster?
Timbo will go find the food armory and purchase some foods.
Oh, right. The inn, our breakfast. Were we billed for that, or did the gnome comp it?
You were under the gnome's thing, so they put it on his tab.
All right.
There might be consequences for that later.
Well, I just
what are
ordered.
you hungry for?
Hey, I just ordered steak and ale. If they decided that was free grounds to get the top shelf stuff, that's between him and the inn.
So are you three doing anything else before we move on to Rosalia and Carlos?
Yeah, Timbo's just gonna go get food. What do you want to eat, me?
We were gonna go to get food. Well, originally it was go to the armor, get that, then go get. Well, we weren't gonna get food, but you know we're hungry, so we're gonna go get food, and then we're gonna head to the harbor master since Timber's still got the deed.
There's a lot of different places you can get food, and it could take hours just picking one. I would say you guys take a while just looking for a place to eat. Meanwhile,
basically, I was just gonna say, Timbo basically has a Woven to carry him around to all the different foods places, and he's just a yes sir, yes man. Plus, he also has the advantage of Timbo can carry a lot of food.
Timber is carrying more than the carts pulling goods through the town.
We'll be stocked for days.
With that, we shall go to Rosali and Karos. You guys head in almost the opposite direction of the town, going through roads that, well, thankfully you can go through some side roads to get to the cartographer if you wished.
So the gnome stayed with us that night, right?
Yes, he was.
Is he coming with us to the cartographer?
If you woke him up, he was a martin on a pillow when you woke up.
Well, obviously I would want to bring some proof with us, and a witness is good proof that we actually done the thing.
As you wake him up, Quizen will blink a few times, look up at you and be like, "Oh, so that's what you Wait, why are you giant? Freaking out, and the little Martin kind of jumps up and moves to the other side of the pillow before he sees the bed before him. Why is the bed giant?
Shiro, I think your magic broke a record for just how much it messed up this time. Don't say anything. I think it'd be best if you just didn't accidentally cast any other spells today.
The wolf, because he did tell me a little bit what he would do, would grumble and read his books. If not, leave the room.
It's not my fault that his wild magic is breaking records.
Wait, this is his fault? No, I'm not one of you, am I?
It's temporary. Calm down. Wild magic does stupid things.
Okay. How temporary?
Well, it lasted like a day and a half for me, so...
No. Okay. You just need to do all of my shopping and help me carry my goods, and be careful with the grenades. Last time one of them went off and it broke a construct.
Oh no, it broke a construct. I'm devastated.
Sarcasm does not become you.
Well, I guess there's no constructs around here at break, so that's pretty good.
Anyways, can we get a move on? We're running behind schedule today. Need you to go and explain to Mr. Mapmaker that yes, we did indeed deliver the package as requested.
Could one of you carry me? He will ask, and he...
Quick question.
Yeah.
How far away are they from me?
This would be a few city blocks down. So how far is your magic?
My telepathy is a mile.
Oof! That's some
Wow.
range. That's some serious range.
I think you could talk to them in that range until they get to the actual cartographers.
Then Timber's just going to Actually, I forgot what I was going to do.
Now you're playing me properly.
Yes, that's the downside of his name changing every day. He must play the part.
When you get high enough level, it's not just name change, it's personality change, and your stats and class change every time you switch to a different player.
Thou wilt become what thou hast donned.
So what happens if you could become the big bad then?
He loses.
Oh, it's fine. He's easily defeated. All I need to do is reach in my bag, pull out a ration, and say, "Hey, come with me." And then I'll be his best friend.
Big bads do tend to get defeated in the most lackluster way, so that would probably play a part. Unless you remember what you wanted to do, Mystic Timber, they will travel to the cartographer shop, which is open this time because it's a beautiful day, if not a little chilly from the sea breeze. His door is open, and it is not really busy. Everyone here kind of knows the area, and while some people might come for knickknacks, there's no reason to buy maps once you have one. Alright, so they enter the cartographer's shop, and he is yet again not in the front. Probably busy with some work in the back, and his little bell is up on the countertop like last time.
Would you like to?
Sorry, I was distracted for a minute there. I actually missed what you said.
We're at the shop. I was asking if you want to ring the bell to call the cartographer.
Yeah, might as well. As far as us getting to the store, yeah, I would have just told him at this point I'm used to having Martins standing on my backpack.
You feel the familiar weight of a marten as you walk.
It's my burden
But
to bear. This is my
now-
curse.
You are thankfully at the cartographer's.
Hey, we delivered your package. You neglected to mention just how bad things were over there. Not even gonna bother with the bell. I'm upset.
Your voice
What?
slightly echoes in the hall. Were you going to say something?
I'm just looking at her like, what?
The dwarf comes out and Yukaro sees him from beyond the counter, and he steps up his little step stool and looks up at you and then down at the rabbit. Oh yeah, it's you. Still have your little playthings from the general store?
What playthings?
Those darts you needed. Did you do the job?
Yeah, I did the job. And I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but the machines there went just a little bit ape.
Not at all. I've been here the entire time.
Yeah, well, little Mr. Cursed here can explain it better than I can, since apparently he had a small hand in it.
What did I miss?
Honestly, I don't think you missed a lot.
He's just completely confused about all of this.
There was just some mining constructs. Little bit of a mistake. Someone broke our master control. And then at that, the dwarf is like, someone broke the constructs. Oh, well, it's quite a long story. I could recap it for you, but we could just stand to the side and fast forward this conversation.
No, I'd like every detail, please. I'm the one who's gonna have to write all this up in paperwork.
Wait, why do you
Somewhere
need
in
to
the
write it down?
background, Tip was like, I already drew the picture.
Slowly pulls up one of his pictures that I stole. This is their record keeping.
It's like drawn in charcoal and paper.
I could have written everything out, but this is more fun.
The dwarf looks at it. Is that a Pegasus given birth to a dragon?
I don't know.
That is that's his symbol for a very scary thing.
They heard about the Iron Will or Iron Path, whatever it's called, that cult. Oh no, not the cult. I hate it. Though it's
What?
Oh, no.
Roselia
What
thinking
did you
of mine.
do?
Hold on a second. Guys. Okay, so I pick up Tibble, right, and I hold him up like a telephone, and I'm like talking into him, like I'm using him to communicate to the other guys. But hold on, Roselia, hey, it's me. I don't know if this is walking, but make sure you don't go too far back, because then you're going to the time I was not adventuring with you, and then you're kind of reading classified information. Just don't go back there. Kind of embarrassing. I might kill you. Okay, bye.
Sim, I'm sorry, but whenever Timber and Tamber are like the party splits, I want them one to go with the party members so they can basically be psychic phones.
I am 110% okay with this.
Hold on a second. My Martin's ringing. Hello?
The mark on their their shoulders just start to glow when the other one is being talk with them.
Yeah, I choose to believe that when that happens, they just perch and go, meow, meow, meow.
They start to purr like Martins do. It's...
Don't you know Tipple comes up with the best plans?
You're killing me over here. You don't understand. I am losing my shit.
Tanya,
Yes.
here's the sound that you hear when they go off.
While this is happening, the fur stands on edge.
So yeah, just every so often the markings glow and they just go. Oh my god!
What did I miss?
You missed Timble finding out that we actually have a 1 mile radius radio system.
We have walkie-talkies.
And it was Timble who came up with the idea.
I was watching on my phone, my desktop blue screened.
Oof.
All good.
Welcome back.
Somebody answered that, Martin, already.
Quizen's
Oh,
fur
You know
is
what? You know what?
standing
What?
on edge.
You know what? You know what? I don't have time for this. Just let it go to thought mail.
You just boop the Martin's nose, her eyes go wide. You have 3 new thoughts. I did not think we would spend like 10 minutes on Martin phones.
If you're enjoying it, it's not wasted.
Hey, never underestimate the power of Timble shenanigans.
Glorious battle is going on, and one of the Martins begins to ring. Hold on, I know you take this.
Oh, it's for you. Hands it to the bad guy. The Martin just claws them across the face.
It's for you. Oh, thank you.
Sneak attack!
Back to the conversation. Oh, the Iron Path is a cult that kind of took up in the mines and has kind of spread among the island, and I don't know if it has any further reach. It's nothing too big. They just believe that there's some religious symbolism in mines and such.
Uh-huh. Could you describe how they look? Because we happened to pawn some dead people, and I'm curious.
The dwarf kind of speaks up. Well, they've kind of been changing how they looked a few times depending on when they get caught. Last time they had gray robes with, like, brown tracks across them. It was striped and it was just not it was not fashionable.
Does that have any resemblance to the dead bandits we saw?
Not that you recall.
Alright, so that would be a no on us running into them directly. Doesn't rule out that they had something to do with this, but quite frankly, I've had enough of this island.
Greaves! Greaves!
There's no answer. They kind of look at you. Who's Greaves?
The person who gave me this job. Greaves, you are not paying me enough for this!
Ursalia, just to let you know, Greaves never mentioned payment to you, except for the note where he gave you money.
And Greaves is... I can't remember who Greaves is.
The gnome who sent you all here and who you turned to the sky and was like, "Are you entertained now?"
Oh. It's like... So I'm just gonna go... hold up. Since when are we getting paid for any of this?
Not you, me.
Why
Well,
are you
you
getting paid
are-
for this?
Oh, well, I know you were supposed to get paid with a map, and he's going to hand you the map, which I can now share as you talk about this.
Thank you for the map, it's really appreciated. What do you mean you're getting paid for this?
I got asked to watch over and babysit you guys. And to help out when you guys needed it. And I'm not being paid enough for this.
Okay, well, I was making your job difficult purely for cathartic reasons because I've been putting up with these people for like a week now. But now that I know, I have no reason to make your job easy.
You're, out of everyone, you're the most nice to work with.
And that's why
here.
I need to stop patting the hammer for you. You're conspiring with the enemy.
What enemy?
Just a moment, my Martin's ringing.
Yes,
What?
hold it.
I understand that you're being paid for this.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm gonna have to make sure that your life is horrible. Like,
what did I do to deserve this?
Quizen is shaken. He's not sure how he was just used as a phone or what a phone is.
Tipple butts in. It's because you did heresy, I know it. Like,
Quiet, your goddess is nothing but a fairy tale.
luckily Tipple hung up, otherwise someone's getting attacked.
Oh, God, what did I sign up for? I just wanted a nice, casual mission between gladiator matches. Was that so much?
Well, apparently it was. Do you guys need anything else from the store? I still have what we call the picture taker. And he brings up the little camera-like thing with the crystal and the slate mechanics in it.
What does it do?
It magically takes pictures of stuff.
Yes, please, I need this.
That would be 20 gold.
Paparazzi.
No, I want photographic proof for all the shenanigans you all get into, so that I can plausibly deny myself from doing it.
This can store up to 30 pictures at a time. Any mage should, like, worth their stuff should be able to transfer. I think your creature is ringing.
Picked up. What?
Yeah, you can't actually, photograph anything that I'm doing.
Why?
Because it's all in your head.
I can photograph what you do in the physical world, though, so I have proof for the guards when you guys are going to break the laws, because I feel like it's going to happen.
I have broken no law.
They've already broken several.
Why? Like, I mean, I know sometimes I cut loose at everything, but, like, there's rules for a reason.
I mean, you should have seen this one here. The dwarf says, pointing to Rosalia, she threatened me with those children toys. Didn't call the guards, though, because they're just toys.
I flourished them, and he took offense to that.
A generous bestowal.
The donation goal has been completed.
No! Why? As if things weren't crazy enough
Thank
already.
you, all Patreons.
Also,
I greatly appreciate you giving more ammunition for shenanigans.
Timmy? I would just like to say I really like Toshime's suggestion in the chat that Timber should be a dragon blood in the Exalted game as an NPC enemy.
God.
For the donation goal, I know when it is going to play into effect, and I can let you know when it is in effect. Thank you for the donation. And for now, where were we? Wow, a lot of stuff just happened those like 3 minutes.
I'm slowly losing my sanity.
Take 1d4 sanity damage.
So, you wanted to go get a boat. You did the job here, and you got your map, right? Oh, also, thank you for the stuff. It's going to be very useful later if I actually kept my job there and didn't quit to join a whole bunch of pirates who doesn't seem to do what they're
Wait, what?
I know
Anyways, let's go.
What?
these guys seem pretty piratey enough, don't you think so?
What? What did you do? What did I was doing paperwork for like one day. You guys did
I would
what?
like a reminder. The magical gnome dude that sent us here. Did he tell us what the overarching thing was that he wanted out of it?
He wanted entertainment.
Your Martin is ringing.
Except Martin, you better have something good to say, or so help me, I will figure out a way to skin you and make you into a new coat.
Is it bad if we stole a boat?
Yeet!
Thunk, thunk. Shatter, shatter, shatter.
What the fuck?
So the dwarf is going to go over. So that was a picture crystal, and that was a picture crystal.
Paying for it. Walks over, picks up the march, and storms out. What is this about a boat?
But what about your camera thing?
It's not going to help with them. It's too late.
This is the sound of a broken man.
He turns to Rosalia, so that's going to be about 25 gold for the broken goods from the flying creature.
You wouldn't happen to have any cyanide capsules as well, would you?
I do not, but I know the potion master always has some prepared.
You have no idea how tempted I am right now. I'm just going to hand him the gold, and if any of our party is still in there, I'm going to grab the nearest blunt object and start ferrying them towards the door.
You take his umbrella, and he's like, "Hey, why?" As you just swing nothing. Like, the Karos was leaving as you did that.
Well, they're already leaving. There's no reason for me to pick up the blunt object.
Well, thank you for not stealing my umbrella.
Kairos is just speaking into the Martin. So help me, if any of you cause any more trouble, I'm going to show you why I'm a barbarian.
There's no response.
I mean, I know Tempo's not healed, but threatening him with violence only gets him excited.
I like this. You guys are helping the barbarian learn how to rage.
I wasn't a barbarian until I met you.
I was a paladin, but now I only anger.
Well,
I was originally
I'm
a
like
wizard before I met these people. Now the only fireball is in my soul.
Unlike a barbarian who has rage mechanically make him lose control, Temple uses his rage in a way that he's actually quite focused. As you recall, he was able to come up with a great plan that made Rosilia's mind explode.
It wasn't that the plan itself was amazing, it was just that it came from him.
Oh, shut it. It walked.
You guys will eventually meet at the harbor master's little shack that he does all of his business in. Not at first, but after some time, while Timber and Timber spend time eating their meats and other food they might have gotten, the rest of the party finds them, and soon after it's time to go in, and it is your turn to talk with the harbor master.
Wrong. Wrong.
What do you mean?
That is wrong.
Oh?
Yes.
Then what is?
Timber and Timber get distracted by the fishing boats.
Oh.
Which boat is ours?
Well, if they were there first and they got distracted, I'm curious what they would be doing while the rest of the party catches up.
I know what I'm doing when I catch up.
So they would have found some person out on the docks and been like, "Can we go with you?" And just looking absolutely adorably up at the fisherman.
So most fishermen would have been up and out already. Anyone who would be fishing at this time of day is doing it for a hobby, small game. Just to have you guys aware, but they will kind of look down at you in confusion. You?
We can help. Their little tails are wagging.
Timbo's just standing there at the dock menacingly.
Oh no, it's the overprotective father figure. The guy looks around, making sure he's not being punked before, like, nodding. I don't see why not.
Haha! We got a boat!
This is a much smaller boat than the rest at the dock. This is a small 2 or 3 person fishing boat, personal, something that other boats would use this to go to and from the boat and land, and he brings you out into the water, the open bay, and will start to fish.
Timbo's still at the dock.
No, they'll drag Timber along.
Oh, okay.
Come on, it's okay.
I don't know. I was told to wait at the dock, but I guess this is a water sled. And as soon as Timber steps on the water sled, it goes down noticeably.
He's gonna sink it.
There's a foot less of boat above the water than there was previously. It's still above the water somehow, but it is not that high up.
Out in the water, Timber and Timber are going to be using their mystic powers to snatch fish out of the water.
I would say roll an in general percentile. Meanwhile, I rolled survival for the fisherman. He rolled a 1. His line snapped on seaweed or something.
Do you want 1 for each?
Yeah.
Timbo's like in the middle of the boat, like he knows the center point of gravity is where he should be. I don't really like this water sled, guys.
Don't know if it's because of how short you guys are out there fishing, if it's because this is a highly fished area, or if Timber's menacing look from the boat is scaring the fish away. But between the 4 of you, you only manage 1 fish.
The fish can just sense the aura of death.
It has the JoJo little menacing things.
That's just Timbo all times of the day.
No. I'm just picturing that he ends up sinking the boat from standing on, and he's still just standing there, perfectly at attention, surrounded by the fish, complete with the JoJo menacing thing.
It's fine. Timbo will just walk back to shore.
Sad thing is, you've got so much constitution, you could hold your breath that whole time, couldn't you?
And then he has enough strength, he could just do a jump if he's running out of air and jump high enough to take a breath and sink back down.
Imagine being somebody on the dock that didn't know he was there. He just rockets out of the water, does a superhero landing, just gets up, carries on with his day.
As he's leaking water on fish.
Yes.
Greetings, Imperial citizen, or soon-to-be Imperial citizen. How are you today?
Stop! I've been looking for you. We got a letter I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
It would be some time before you would go back to the port. Not too long, but about an hour, maybe two, with the one fish in tow that Tamber and Timber managed to catch together.
Is it at least a big one?
It is about the length of the Martins.
Both of us. Cool. So a big one.
Decently large, yes.
Excellent. I am satisfied.
Temple
The fisherman-
doesn't really know what fish are.
The fisherman is a little disappointed, but that's because when he felt something on the line, it instantly snapped, and thus he kind of just watched the two mystics fishing while he just idly chatted with the iron statue.
Temple will reach into his bag, pull out a can of his rations, and give it to the guy so he doesn't go hungry, and say, "Here you go. This is the Empress's finest chow."
Oh,
And later on, when he opens it, it's literally just kibble and dog chow.
Are you sure? I just do this as a hobby. I'm fine.
Temple menacingly looks at him and says, "It's like he basically gets the feeling that he should accept this gift."
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, Temple goes on with the Moltons.
Around now, the Harbor Masters open, and all of you are together.
"Oh, hey, Roselia, and I don't think I know who you are."
Real
Oh, look,
quick,
another one.
before, we get off the ship, Timber and Timber are gonna go up onto the fisherman's legs and be like, "You should come join us. We're sailing on an adventure."
I have people in town I know. Where are you going?
On an adventure!
Wherever the Empress sent us.
I know I asked this just a little bit ago, but I've already blanked. I'm having memory issues again. The gnome that sent us here, he did give us an overarching goal, right?
Yes and no. He said that you guys would play a big part in helping this place be free. Outside of that, you're here for entertainment and money.
Well, then priority right now is securing the ship. So I'm going to get the title from Timber and go looking for the ship that's associated with it.
Well, you can go for the ship itself, or you can go to the clearly labeled Harbor Master, who could help you find the ship and legalize the paperwork.
I would like to scope out first whether the ship actually exists. Second, if there are any nasty-looking people aboard or nearby it, before I go to the Harbor Master.
All right, and investigation roll.
Give me a moment.
Roselia's just looking to see if Temple actually can have some fun or not.
Oh no, investigation.
Roselia's
Why?
the bad guys, and she just sicks Temple on them.
Oh yay! I finally get a good roll, and it's something I don't have a bonus on. Why?
That's because you did not know you were going to get a good roll, and thus it gave you one.
How dare?
You see, Roselia, you should just have faith in the heart of the dice.
Yugi.
I mean, look how well I have been rolling. I've been doing great because I have faith.
We're not friends, Yugi.
I can't find the name of the ship that I had written down, but it is a decently small ship. It looks like it can fit about 20 people with the crew included, though you wouldn't need that big of a crew for this particular ship. It has a decent storage area, and this dock, while busy, no one kind of comes off as shady around this boat. You can even go onto the boat itself, look around it. It's kind of old, but it's serviceable by the looks of it. At least for what you know.
So it's a solid third-class ship. No crew currently present. It looks like the people that we found dead actually were the owners and never came back for it.
Yeah, that or it was a ship that was just being sold and they took the deed. One of the two.
All right. Well, no reason for me not to head to the harbor master. I'm going to stop by our clerical guy and have him come with me since he loves paperwork so much. Could be useful for something.
Twitch.
As you enter the building, is the others coming with?
Timber and Timber are still trying to convince the guy to come with them.
And meanwhile, Timble's just looking at him menacingly so he doesn't come.
Outside of Timber, the guy is talking about family and friends. With Timber's menacing aura, he is talking about life and freedom and not wanting to die. Inside the harbor master's quarters.
Well, then you probably should come with us.
And Timble's just looking at him. And just shakes his head no very slowly.
What's the name of the ship, or does it not have a name?
I'm trying to look through my notes for what I named it. I could quickly name it if you just want a quick name.
Yeah, because I don't have a name anywhere in my notes either. I think we've just been saying a ship this whole time.
How about Swillwind? SWI.
Swillwind?
Yep. It's a bad ship. It deserves a bad name.
Works for... Ow. Works for me. That hurt.
Besides, you guys can pay to get it renamed.
Wait, you need to pay to get it... Because clerical. Someone has to file the paperwork.
Why is everyone looking at me?
You know, I actually wasn't thinking of you at that particular time when I said it, but yeah, if one of us was going to.
Hang on.
Somehow you can feel that Timble's looking at you.
Rosalia? Rosalia?
Yes.
Who's this guy?
Somehow my notes don't have the name of the magical gnome. Why am I forgetting everything?
Quizzing?
Oh no, Timber was
the magical
gesturing
one.
to Kairos.
I know. This is an aside right now. The magical gnome that sent us here.
Greaves.
Greaves, thank you. All right. My notes are being stupid right now.
I'm here because it's my job to make sure that you guys don't be you.
Your notes are basically Temple scribbling.
He was sent by Greaves to keep an eye on us. He's being paid to keep an eye on us.
Not enough.
Doesn't matter. You took the cash. Now you're on the hook. That's how it works.
I haven't gotten paid yet.
I will remind you, Kairos, it
That was
more
your
to
mistake.
help them survive and know the land, not so much babysit them.
After spending 5 minutes with them, I think it's babysitting.
Yeah, basically. Welcome to my job. That's why I'm not making this easy for you in the slightest. You have to live my hell now.
The only payment I need is being noticed by the Empress.
Yeah, your Empress is like... No.
Well, inside
Hang on.
If you saw the deeds I would do, you would not be disrespecting the Empress, but you're a heretic, so I'll let it slide.
Fuck the Empress.
Anyways, so are we at the harbor master's office yet?
Yeah, I was going
Question.
to explain it, but this happened. And yes, Timber?
How big is our cleric guy?
Well, Kairos is not the cleric. He is the barbarian. The cleric is not currently here because I think he's still having computer trouble.
How big is our barbarian?
Like 6.5 feet tall.
That is a big fox. Or is he a wolf? He's a wolf.
Cool.
Why are there so many wolves?
Cat.
I was gonna say, I thought you were a big lion.
He's a Leonin.
Karos' avatar looks like a wolf, but it's also white, and the previous person who has a white character was a fox, so that's why it was in my head that way.
Yeah,
Now becomes
wow.
Now becomes a little bit of rivalry of Temple trying to be huger than the barbarian.
Oh, good lord, no.
I have started my quest to become the huge.
Demeter, I don't pray to you often, but right now I could really use some strength.
Gonna look at his sword. It's like, please, can I? Please, can I?
Well, you, Rosalia, feel code breeze, but if you and Timber would like, you can roll d20s for a huge off.
Oh my god. I'm going to walk away from the dig waving contest and go talk to the harbor master.
Wouldn't that be like athletics and like
I'm not even getting involved with this.
This was just like a. This isn't so much flexing, it's just like trying to make yourself look bigger, which I was just gonna have a straight 20. As for the harbor master, behind the desk, which is for the harbor master in his little room, is a warforged who is currently working through paperwork.
Morning.
Hello there, how can I help you?
I would like to check the current status of any permits or ownership regarding this ship title.
Real quick, Chim, I'd like the paperwork to make a Constitution saving throw.
Well,
did I just hear a soul get removed from a person's body?
So Kairos just kind of puffs out his chest, and you, Timber, you keep trying to make yourself look bigger and better. Keep breathing in until you start to like suffocate yourself, and you fall over. That's looking very small in comparison.
I will never forgive this.
What are those
I will
rolls?
be the hugest.
Looks like you're smaller than this little kitty, Mr. Dog. So why don't you stay on all fours and go woof woof?
Can I roll intimidation?
No, might
I'll
be
roll
a
intimidation
super
at disadvantage because I'm on the ground.
I feel like Kairos is just so far from giving a fuck that it's like, okay, I don't care anymore.
I mean, you can roll intimidation, but yeah, this is a disadvantage big time.
Disadvantage, actions. Wait, no, it's skills, right? Yeah.
Hey Sim, someone's taking your nat 1s from earlier.
Forces insight, I guess.
Yeah, I believe it's insight.
Probably at advantage, though?
Yeah, at advantage because Tempo's on dead ground.
I was debating that. I'm glad you thought so. You forgot to press the advantage button, so roll again.
Yeah, that was the advantage one. He just does
You
not
win
give a
today.
fuck.
You win today.
Despite being on the ground and having just puffed yourself out of air, you manage a decent enough growl and intimidating look. You are a very fierce metal carpet, but the cat does not care.
The cat just casually walks over your face and goes into the shop.
Crap, what was that?
Yeah, the papers go flying.
Oh, okay.
I just imagine Pilot walking into the papers going flying. Nope. Turns around, walks out.
Well, being a Warforged, he is unable to have the feeling of disappointment nor sadness, and just looks at the papers fly with a cold, uncaring look before he goes about collecting them back up. Do you have the papers for the boat?
Yeah, right here. I'm gonna lay the title out.
He is going to sit up, look at it, pull some of the papers from the floor, look at those, look through his desk, nod a bit, and hold up the papers, skim through them before taking out the stamp and stamping it. Where's the crew?
You're looking at him.
Timber is currently hanging from the counter. His head poked up over his front claws dug into the wood of the desk. And he just is like, "Meh!"
Can
The
the Warforged
Warforged.
even hear him since it's telepathic?
Yes.
Yeah, Warforged do actually have emotions typically, but you know.
All of them.
Okay,
Some of them
carry on.
embrace the machine.
I was wondering about that.
It's also a joke that they don't, so I'm playing into it. Anyway, he kind of looks down at Timber and up at you. You need at least a crew of 10, but who is the captain?
Me!
That would be me. You left.
Yes, I'm outside the door.
I think
Everybody-
you need a
hold on a
perception check
second.
at disadvantage.
Timbo's gonna stand up, and he's gonna go count the party. So, Timbo counts as 2. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. That's the biggest number.
No. No.
I'm sorry, we cannot have 3 captains for a boat. Who is the captain?
Yeah.
That would be me.
I say we should have a little duel.
As I'm the title holder, I can take the title. As far as the paperwork's concerned, we can work out who's in charge later.
Is that fine with all who is present?
I guess.
He is
duel for
going
this
to
label.
draw up some more paperworks at a breakneck speed before having Rosalia sign the paper.
Alright, are there any permits that need to get sorted out?
Once you have a full crew, come back, we can finalize the rest with a stamp. Until then, you cannot leave the dock. You can still go on your boat, though.
Hey, Chim.
Safety
could
regs
I
are annoying.
get the, title to make a Constitution saving throw?
Why?
Okay.
Well, there you are, CC.
17.
Okay, so it takes half damage.
half damage.
What are you doing to my title deed?
Nothing. I just like to keep people on the edge.
Campaign.
So that new ship's gonna need a figurehead,
campaign
right?
derailed by boarding the paper.
Let's go to the jeweler. I need to have something bronzed.
I 100% agree with this.
I have a cat on me. Your argument is invalid.
CC.
I'm just picturing the jump cut
I'm not even
to the ship
petting
having.
her, and she just doesn't care about you.
I'm just
She
picturing the
knows who
jump
loves
cut to the ship having the new figurehead attached, which is just the bronzed Martin still looking confused as to what he did wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
When the one Martin calls the bronzed Martin, the entire ship starts to shake and glow.
Oh, good lord.
It goes from a walkie-talkie to a car fob.
Oh my god, no.
Which ship
Pick up
is
the Martin and the
mine?
whole ship
Beep.
just goes.
Hey, we lock our ship.
we pulled into a bad port. Lock up the ship.
Let's do this now. Anything to get rid of this Martin.
Sheol Gorath has blessed this campaign.
I assume that you are leaving the place then to go, well, bronze the Martin?
No,
Yes.
that was me joking. Calm down.
No, we're doing it.
No, we're not bronzing the Martin. We need him.
is looking up at Kairos. Just the most saddest eyes. His muzzle quivering a bit. His ears blade low.
One of the 9 hells and you know it.
Shiro. Kairos.
What?
Dude.
You are a servant of the 9 hells and you know it.
No, I'm not.
Wait, we have 7 people or 8 people? I've kind of lost count.
We have like 5. Only 2 of which have opposable thumbs.
Oh, we've got Timber, and Timber. But
They don't count.
why
Yeah,
not?
Timber, and Timber.
Yeah, why do they not count?
They don't have opposable thumbs. I don't count Timber as
They got
having.
teeth. They got
We
teeth and
can-
telekinesis. Telekinesis is better than thumbs.
Exactly.
Do you trust them?
I trust them with my
No,
life.
but
Unlike
what
you.
here's the thing, though. I'm stuck between the devil that I know and the devil that I don't. Them, I understand
proven
what
themselves.
motivates them.
Unlike
If I were to
you.
just hire some random deckhand, I don't know what schemes they might have.
Most people are just trying to put food on the table. Like,
Yeah,
most people just
and a
wanna
lot of
go
those
in
people,
there.
and a lot of those people will
Reward.
accept whatever form of money they can get their hands on. Kairos.
The key word being most.
Oh, this is head desk repeatedly.
It feels so much better when it's not me.
As you're distracted by this, Rosalia, with the deed still in your hands, a blur crosses past your vision. Suddenly the deed is gone, and it is out the door.
I pursue immediately.
I'm after it.
Tim
As
will
you
sigh.
As you start
And draw
chasing
his
it, make a
long
perception
sword.
roll.
Oh,
This is
Target
not
acquired.
a normal person who took the paper. This is a rat. And this is the donation goal. This rat is scurrying not just between boxes to make this track harder for you, but between people, like underneath people, under carts, anything it can to make it so you have a harder time following it.
Yeah, but
question?
yes.
Dungeon Master. As everybody runs off, Tempo's gonna be like, here I go killing again, and he's gonna literally barrel through everything with no regard for human safety or civilians or damage to anything.
What's your land speed again?
Tempo has 30 speed. So he has regular speed.
For the record...
So, Dungeon Master, remember, Tempo might have regular speed, but he travels less distance because he goes through everything.
Heavy armor slow you down?
No, it does not.
It's that he doesn't make any attempt to dodge, so he gets slowed down every time that he bashes through something.
But he's still traveling less distance because he's literally going through everything.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is that you get slowed down by.
Timber and Timber are off hunting for that rat immediately. Though not so much for the deed as lunch.
Oh, now when you say rat, do you mean like regular old teeny rat or anthro rat?
It is feral, though it is a bit bigger than a normal feral rat.
Well, regardless, got that nat 20 in perception. I'm immediately in pursuit, and I'm going to burn a key point for Step of the Wind.
This rat is actually naturally faster than you because of its size and its speed. Though when you use your Step of the Wind, it was the rat then everyone else, and you are now running faster than the rat, though temporarily.
And how does the chase progress then?
The rat is going to duck into a side alleyway and run into the shadows.
Do I have to roll perception again to not lose it?
Do you have low light with vision?
I believe I do. Let me check.
If you do, then I wouldn't say so. Anyone else coming into the alleyway would.
I have low light myself too.
Abilities.
Tempo
I
has
do
dog
not.
vision.
I do not appear to have any low light abilities.
Then
Which is
you would
weird,
need-
considering that got the whole moon affinity thing.
Timber and Timber would.
They weren't seeing it when it slipped into the alleyway, in which case I would want a perception roll.
Right. So do I just outright lose it, or do I roll to not lose track of it?
Roll to not lose track of it.
I'm also rolling with advantage because keen hearing.
I understand.
Does Tempo have to roll? He has dog vision.
Wait, can we incorporate hearing? Because I've got the large ears trait.
Yes. But I will say that succeeded, so you don't need to roll again.
Dungeon Master?
Yes.
Does Tempo need to roll? And he has dog vision.
There's a spider on my finger.
What
are you doing?
I would say yes, just because of the size of the rat.
Alright, here we go. The very not perceptive symbol.
There he goes.
Timber didn't even see they ran into the alleyway and is charging into a few cheese carts.
Okay, so anyways, Timbo's gone from this whole thing, but unfortunately he's still running through town, destroying everything.
Oh my god, we have to leave and never come back.
What?
You guys see the rat run to a dead end, turn around, and drop the paper before it stands up onto its hind legs and raises its little arms into the air before it speaks. You think that you're able to stop us? Take the boat that we went to steal? You can't! I'm going to take it back and there's nothing you can do.
So you're
Question.
the owners of the ship. We were curious about that.
Well, we are now.
Now, see, that's not how that works. We got that because the previous owners died.
Well, they were my friends, and we got it because we killed the previous owners. I'm just taking it back. Shouldn't loot the dead, you know.
That's not the way this works.
Brasilia,
What?
yeah. You know how you have the little angel and devil on your side, on your shoulders? Well, you have the little angel on your side, on the shoulder saying no, but then the little devil on the side that's Timbo, and it's all like, punch him, use his logic against him, kill it, then you can take it from him, do it for the Empress, do it now. And then you can hear screaming in the background as Timbo relays carnage on the whole civilian population.
So we're both in agreement that ownership only changes hands when the previous owner dies. We intend to get off this island. We can do that together with you, or we can do it by ourselves without you.
Well, if you want this, then you can come down into the caves underneath the town. For now, ta-ta! And magic will start to swirl around this rat, the shadows themselves. Unless you have something to stop it.
Call it an attack roll.
That-
Yeah, I was gonna say, she throws a dart at him.
Your dart just narrowly misses the rat.
I need the rat to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no!
He rolled a 10.
Then he takes full damage.
Oh no! Oh no!
And he's also now on
Born
fire.
heretic, born!
Did you
Yes,
just
I'm a-
microwave a rat? You can come get it then!
Lunch is done.
Fire rages up. You hear that high pitch, and for a moment, you think you've killed him. Before the shadows start to twist and move, and more rats come from them, a swarm of them, coming from the shadows themselves, as if made from them, going out the alleyway and towards all of you.
Timber's gonna run into the middle of them all. I will need a dexterity saving throw from each and every one, please.
Oh no! Does that include me? I'm standing right there.
I need a dexterity throw for you, too.
No!
Well, I'm talking about from everyone in the swarm of rat.
Every creature within 15 feet of me.
Yeah.
The barbarian
Oh, it's just
makes
an
the
AoE.
dex save. Why does the barbarian
Yes,
make the
that's
dex save?
exactly what it is. And even if they succeed, they still take half damage. Wave of force.
I'm going to roll with disadvantage because this is a swarm. They rolled a 15.
Okay, so they're not pushed back. However, they do still take that each.
This swarm of rats, at first when the force hits them, you think you hear the hitting of flesh, bones cracking, but then you realize as the rats are kind of tossed aside by this force that they fade back into the shadows as if they never truly existed.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure, go ahead. Meanwhile, the main rat took the damage but didn't get knocked back. This is clearly some kind of shadow magic, most likely a summoning-based shadow magic, as these rats seem to be partly illusion, part real.
Great. We're dealing with a summoner. Yeah. We're dealing with a summoner. The actual target's not here.
I am just going to roll this.
Alright, so I take 8 damage from that force wave, right?
It was full damage, and then if you failed it, you get hit knocked back, right?
Half damage on success.
Yeah, I failed it. So 8 damage and I'm knocked back.
15 feet.
Oof, so I'm all the way back out to the road, basically. Timber! Where'd you go? We need our brick wall.
The brick wall is currently through a brick wall
Brick
on
wall.
the other side of the
Brick
market.
roll. Now it's a brick roll.
I just imagine like one of those cat-based tea shops, you know, Timber just barreled through it, and he's surrounded by cats while people are just sitting there sipping their tea.
I have never
The
heard of such a
cannonball
place.
that is Tibble does not stop until
Those
someone
do
tells them to.
exist.
They're cute.
There's a raccoon one.
I want to imagine
No,
it's more
assault-
than just cats. Like every area he charged through, a different creature.
Assault and Walton could probably recall the cannonball that is Tibble.
Except for a maze. He gets to a maze, and instead of barreling through the walls, he actually runs through the maze, but somehow perfectly.
Oh yes, Wolfab, Cat Cafe, yeah.
That's because Tibble is guided by the Impulse.
So,
He goes where she tells him to go.
surprisingly not dead, the rat does do his shadow step, disappearing with the deed, and a tiny, high-pitched cackle.
Hang on. He takes that every turn. Because he is on fire.
Nah, I'm just adding up damage. Bleeding but alive, he teleports away into the shadows. Gosh, he was so close.
Well, I guess that option's out. What next?
We go to the caves with a lot of explosives.
Can't we just talk this out?
I like the way you think.
They lost the option of talking the moment that they stole from us.
Bro, we can just talk this out like rational people.
Yes, you talk it out like rational people. That will distract them while I set up the bomb.
No! Why do we murder?
Quiz and Martin pops up. I could help with the bomb. I've made quite a few in my time.
Bombs.
We will use your
guys?
assistance for this. Lots of bombs. All the bombs.
Guys,
Those are the
But if
things
you-
that go boom, right?
If you blow them up, there won't be any food.
guys, Guys.
Yes. Yes.
You guys with high perception, you did chase after the rat, but you do recall seeing the cannonball that is Tibble and the screaming of the poor civilians in his path.
He'll figure it out eventually. I have smaller fish to fry.
Who's gonna have to deal with the paperwork of all this?
Wazilia.
1, 2, 3, not it.
Wazilia.
What?
You recall Timbo literally ran until he had like 5 levels of exhaustion once to relay a message. He literally ran for 5 days straight.
Yeah, but it's an island. He'll just go in a big circle and come back. He'll be fine.
I will say Timber is stopped as he goes barreling into the fountain in the center of town.
What are the guards thinking right now?
Timber's going
Timber will
to
make
reach
the
out.
biggest sploosh. He will literally remove half of the waddle from the impact.
Timber's gonna reach out to Timber. Hey, apparently we're going underground.
Apparently.
Timber will reply back. Should I start digging?
Yeah.
Timber starts digging into the fountain.
While they're doing that, that's a ship. Ships have guns. Guns need gunpowder. Gnome, with me.
No, we are not making bombs. We are not going to blow them up. We can talk this out.
Hey, me.
Yeah.
Hey, me. I don't. My claws are not digging through the stone stuff, and then I keep getting in under the water, and I have a hard time breathing.
Just channel the Empress.
I will channel the Empress.
Why have you encouraged him? This right here, this is why I've been driven to bomb making, you see. I have to put up with this every day.
No, it's okay. You have someone who has sanity here. It's okay. You don't need to do this. There's another path.
Timber, a concerned...
Oh God, me!
A concerned guardsman comes up to you, Timber. Sir, are you okay? If you're too hot in that armor, let us know. We can help take it off.
No, I can't take this off. I was told they took a map. I was chasing him, and now someone told me to dig into this, but there's too much water, not enough air. It's very confusing.
Sir, you don't need to drown yourself. I think you're suffering heat exhaustion.
Stop. First of all, that's impossible. But anyways,
I'm just picturing him in the middle of that rambling.
I'm a holy crusader. This is the Empress's business. It is far beyond your level of comprehension.
Just in the middle.
I have to dig exactly right here because.
just in the middle of that insane rambling. I'm just in a chase after the rat, and I have to go underground. First of all, that's impossible. But I have to keep digging, and there's too much water in the way.
He was like covered in cats and cabbage leaves and feathers and tar, but for that one moment he was perfectly clean. He had like a monocle over his face helmet, and he was like, dude, no. And then he's back to being covered in shit.
I am Logan. I never get exhausted, I'll have you know. And I need to go after them.
I don't get tired, I only get angry. And I'm fucking pissed.
I think he's gone into some kind of shock. Medic! The guard runs off.
I'm just going to be working with like a city guard, working on all the paperwork for all the destruction Timber caused.
How much
Why are you offering your... My main question is, why are you offering yourself up as a culprit when you could just disappear?
Because
he's a moron. He doesn't know how these people work yet.
Just trying to help and make this world a better place. And I just want to do good, okay? That's all I wanted to do, was do good and help people and entertain them. That's all I wanted.
Hey, me and you, we're not that much different because Temple 2 also wants to make this world a better place.
You and your
Under the
Empress.
supreme dictator of the Empress. But, anyways, our goals are the same. It's just how we get to it is different.
I like how he just did not even process the words "fuck the Empress" there. Timber's brain is a magical thing.
He's
That is the
asphyxiating at
ultimate
this point.
heresy. Surely someone would not be stupid enough to say F the Empress.
I
Yeah, you must have misheard him.
He is a female dog.
I'll have you know, barbarian. I'm more tankier than you. I can guarantee that.
That's a.
Timber
trust
and
me, I know
Timber.
this. I spank barbarians for breakfast every day.
Timber and Timber have acquired some popcorn from a nearby stand and are just kind of relaying these thoughts back and forth between the two of them. And just enjoying it.
I would just like to mention it's the wreckage of a nearby stand, as popcorn is probably all around.
Found the gunpowder.
We are not going to make explosives.
Can I stop being used as a telephone, please?
Okay.
I will say the boat itself does not currently have gunpowder, nor does it have cannons. It seems like it's been... It's an old boat. It has been, like, taken up... The main stuff taken away.
Damn it, this barrel's all... It's coffee grounds. This isn't gunpowder.
Brasilia,
What?
you still have a cannonball. He's just in the town.
Now she just needs a big enough cannon.
Oh, you don't need a cannon. Timbo launches himself.
I'm gonna do a thing here.
I mean, if we go back to the mines, we have a whole bunch of
Okay.
gunpowder. What?
No. Can we just talk to them like sane, rational people and work this out? Perhaps we can get a few members of them to join our crew and help us. If
Hey,
they
barbarian. I will see the negotiations.
Karos?
I will gladly talk to them. And then when I notice they are heretical bastards, I'll kill them to the last man.
As
Karos?
Timber is yelling this into a Martin, the guards come with the cleric. Don't worry, sir, we will help you. They try to start to hold you down.
I just you gotta realize something. You gotta realize something here. Two big tough guys are yelling and screaming out loud at nothing at the same time. So people are gonna wonder, is something going around?
Well, yeah.
Did they just get cursed?
Just speaking into the Marchin.
For a moment, there was rats, and then there was none. There was a cannonball that destroyed part of the fountain. Now he's suffocating himself. There's a cat that's, like, throwing cabbages around saying we're not bombing the city. A bunny who's talking about bombs. The only
They
people
must
who are
die.
not doing crazy things right now are the Martins that Rosalia says cause everything.
All the Martins being used as telephones. They're being used as telephones.
But they are basically, it's just a, Timber is connected to Timber's brain and sends it over to Timber, who then sends it on to Quizzin, which is what Kairos is talking into.
We're gonna do an internet.
One day, Martins will just be hung up on telephone poles around the land.
That's the Fluff G network.
I just want to help people. I just want to do good. That's why I agreed to this job, because it's like, hey, I can go on an adventure. I can help a group of do-gooders, and this.
Toshime, they're not like holding him face down. They're like trying to just hold his arms, get him to stop clawing in the fountain, maybe down on his knees, but definitely not under the water itself. As a cleric is
Timbo will
trying
bust
to.
them off. He
Okay,
will
so-
bust them off.
Okay,
He will
so
bash him with his shield. He will kick him. He will do whatever he needs to do.
okay,
Hey,
so that was
Can we just bronze all three of the Martins and the wolf?
okay. So that wisdom save, that was me getting my shit together. It's like, okay,
Actually,
fine. Karos, I attempted to open negotiations. They responded with hostility. I responded in kind. Might not have been the most wise of decisions. If you think the option for negotiation is still available, you're perfectly welcome. But I'm not letting you go in there
we
alone
responded with
and
Martin
undefended.
death weapon.
Dungeon Master,
Yes.
you're saying there's a whole bunch of guards on Temple, correct?
Oh yeah, and you said you're beating them down, and these guards are not the strongest. You are knocking them out left and right. You are like getting some in the gut, and they're now laying in the fountain where they were trying not to get you to. The cleric doesn't know what to do because
How
Karos?
many? Question. How many are within 30 feet of Temple? Because something bad's gonna happen.
at this point, like 3 or 4. That's cleric.
Okay, I want everything within 30 feet of Temple to make a Wisdom save at 15, or be totally frightened of Temple. He's shooting off his
There's
channel
a
divinity.
5.
Meanwhile,
There's a 14.
Karos, tell me, did you hear how they said that they acquired that title themselves?
If they fail, they're totally afraid of Temple and they think he's like the most terrifying thing ever.
Just to quickly interrupt Tanya, because I was doing this first, all of the guards who are able to still move start crawling or running away from Timber. Meanwhile, the cleric did succeed on their save, but they were already worried because now they think you're demon possessed, and they're running to the church to find someone stronger than them.
Oh my god, no!
Run!
You
Yeah,
hear
who's
a townsfolk go, "It's the Iron Path again!" And then there's panic.
Oh no! I'm just gonna
So,
grab
yeah,
my
basically
newspaper and
Temple
walk
blew-
towards the edge of town. Holy shit!
Temple
Meanwhile-
blew up the central. Hold on a second. Temple blew up the center of the town with a terror bomb. That's basically what he did.
So, you were saying to Karos, Rosalia?
Said, yeah, did you not hear how they said they acquired the title? They killed the previous owner. That's the caliber of people we're working with, and that is why I responded the way I did. That is why I don't think negotiation is an option. If you think that you can negotiate with them, then by all means. But I'm not letting you go in there undefended or without backup.
We can at least try.
I mean, I could
I
make
like
a
the
few.
blowing up option.
You don't get a vote.
Do I get a vote?
Fish phone.
Temple's gonna start walking back the way he came, leaving that 30-foot area of just pure, unadulterated terror.
Anyone who
okay.
gets in the radius, even after you leave, for the next hour, just becomes scared of the carnage of the area, wondering what happens, and runs away from the town square.
Okay, gnome.zip. What is your opinion on this?
Well, I mean, they did say they were underneath the town, so while I would love to make some high-grade explosives for it, I think some small grenades would be better.
Fair. We've already caused enough damage to the city. I'd rather not get executed.
I don't think you need to worry about that. I saw a guard run in. It looked like he relieved himself while he did.
Yeah, timber has that effect on people. It's fine. It's normal at this point. How you holding up, Karos?
Just imagining all the ways the world can end and how much better things would be like that. So much
Do you honestly
peaceful
think the end of the world would stop Timber?
if we unmade everything.
He's too stubborn to be erased.
I'll just erase his Empress and wait him watch.
Well, that's the one way to guarantee that he would survive, because then he would be too angry to get deleted.
Still try.
So, he said caves. Are we certain he meant caves and not sewers?
Well, of technicality, there are no official sewers. We have some basic sewer stuff, but not the fancy things that bigger towns might have. We
Do you know where
Oh, sorry, go on.
Do you know where the entrance to the caves would be?
My best guess would either be in the barracks, or maybe there's an entrance outside of town we would have to look for. The barracks might not be the best place with, he kind of looks down the main street, which you kind of can see from your boat, and the carnage that's still kind of going on. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
After a while, Timbo returns to where he ran off for.
You return to the harbor master, who unabatedly has continued his paperwork.
No, I meant back from where the party's at.
The party's still kind of
see him
mixed.
walk by.
I would like to point out something I just realized. I had taken 8 points of damage and got knocked backwards from that force wave. Which means that in addition to rambling and cackling and about bombs, I'm also very disheveled in appearance and potentially a little bloodied.
I guess Timbo would find the party
Crunch,
eventually.
crunch, crunch.
Just enjoying your popcorn over there.
Hey, Wazilia!
Yes, Timber?
I lost him, but nothing bad ever happened. I'm sorry I failed you. I lost the target, but
It's not your fault. They were using advanced heresy.
advanced heresy.
Yep, the rats vanished into the shadows.
You just see, even though his helmet's down, you can tell Timbo's like friggin' exploding under his helmet.
We know where they're at. In their
You do?
arrogance, they invited us into a challenge.
A challenge? I have to accept every challenge I get. I have no choice.
The challenge
You
was to get the title back. Karos will make the first attempt. He will attempt to negotiate. He will use words to fight. When that fails, you can go in and do what you do.
Could work.
We will try your way, and when you fail, I'll show you the proper way.
It could work.
The group of adventurers hazing the newbie.
Oh, it's okay. Wazilia was just like you. And then they became like me.
Incurably insane!
Timbo starts laughing, then he starts crying.
Guys have absolutely killed
Feelings
Chim.
mutual.
Congratulations.
Will somebody resuscitate him? The story must go on.
He's been laughing so hard he can't stop coughing now. You okay?
Yeah,
All I need to know is whether we need a medic or a necromancer to keep this going.
both.
Both.
A medic to prolong it, and necromancer bring me back when I inevitably fail.
Do I solve this with a cleric or a necromancer? Cleric now, necromancer later.
No, the best part is none of this was caused by influence. Normally when we get stuff like this going on, it's because of insane batches of influence.
Technically, on a technical basis, it is because it was a donation goal.
The you just forgot you were influenced by the Empress, and Temple did some shenanigans, and
the
so did you.
Empress.
So right now, I just want to get this clear. Rosalia, Karos, the Quizen, and possibly Timber is at the boat, where Timber was with Timber, and Mystic Timber. Did he go back with the boat with them, or was he staying in the alleyway at first?
Both Timber and Timber are in the outside the alleyway munching on popcorn. Or wherever the popcorn is. They're both just relaying it back and forth.
Jaffer! Oh, hi, Jaffer! You've missed insanity!
I still say we just bronze them all.
What did he redeem? What was it?
Bronze them all.
Wait, there was a redeem.
I would like to see you try.
He redeemed a game-breaking influence.
Jaffer, really? Really?
You can't surprise me anymore, Shiogorath! Bring your worst!
Jaffer, there is no dead party member yet.
Yet! Yet!
The GM was the one who died.
What happened?
Bring back God!
What happened? I'm not looking at chat. What happened?
Jaffer redeemed an influence that apparently mentions bringing back a dead party member or something. I didn't see the exact, but Zim was letting him know a party member did not die. I was the one who perished.
Well, I guess we could save that for if somebody does die.
When you do so much stupid in such a small time frame that you kill God!
You're welcome.
You know, thankfully I'm God though, so I have I have 1-ups like a video game.
Spare lives, let's do this. Just like that freaking robot!
You're fine, Jaffer. Nothing to be sorry about. If someone did die, I would have loved this influence.
He probably just heard me saying, do we use a cleric or a necromancer?
Dude, let's have the gate-breaking influence so we can bronze a freaking Sable here.
Karos' mental state did break. I could have that cleric revive his mental state by casting calm emotions upon him.
You can't calm it! Not when it's still
Actually,
at Timber.
I have woken the party and the DM, the Woman Inquisition.
Actually, what would totally make sense right now?
Crunch, munch.
What would totally make sense right now, considering that one guy ran off to the temple, is for the big wig.
Yeet!
For the big wig super dude of the church to just go, enough! Everyone, cease! Just, total command of the situation and calm the shit out of everybody. Just saying.
Could you, Tanya?
What?
Could you imagine Temple being calm?
Frightening, I know.
Give him 5 minutes and he'll understand.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you, Karos.
Give the head freeze 5 minutes with you all and he'll understand.
Jump cut to 5 minutes later. Just jump cut to 5 minutes later and he's doing circles in the bay.
Out of character, Temple is very, very good at spanking for Furry.
He's also wet.
Yes.
Wet dog smell. That's gonna come into play. Can we please move on with the story?
Temple actually does prefer fighting for Furry. That's his favorite foe to fight because they do exactly what he wants them to do.
The party can move on by preparing to go down to the underground if they wish to go get that deed at the moment.
I'm ready.
Since you cannot leave port until you have a full crew, you could, if you wish, postpone the gathering of the deed.
Perhaps we can convince some of these heretics to come with us, or else. And then once we sail off, we can throw them off the boat.
Oof. Okay, gunpowder's way too expensive. I was going to just go buy a barrel.
We could borrow some. They will never know.
I distinctly recall that at some point in time I had a moral compass. I'm not sure when I lost it, but I definitely don't have it on me now.
Timber will do that to you.
Let's go across the list. What is Timber and Timber going to be doing to prepare?
Munching on popcorn.
Fair enough. You could also probably find some meat from some of the abandoned stalls if you wish.
Yeah, they're gonna help out the town by cleaning up the mess. That's totally what they're doing.
So you're just gonna find a barrel that was overturned and casually roll it away?
Yeah, anything that's food, they're gonna slowly gather together and take down to the boat.
Oh, food! I thought you were gonna source some gunpowder.
No. They're sourcing food. Karos, what are you doing during this?
Trying to keep my sanity.
That traveling cleric does notice your pain and offers to relieve it for you.
Shakes his head no. That'll only make it worse when it happens again.
Are you sure? We can always help when it comes back.
You can't deal with them. You don't understand how mad they are.
Sir, we've dealt with all kinds of emotions. We can calm them all.
I'm going to take him to meet Timber, and Timber.
Well, two of them are out stealing meat right now, so... I mean, doing a civic duty.
Yes, I'm going to take him to meet them.
Tempo is going to...
Quick question. It's very important. Do they find a cart that formerly held cabbages?
Yes.
They will gather all of those as well.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Passing through the items list and for the files we have for this, why is antimatter rifle on the list?
I think that was something gotten from a game-breaking influence that I did not go through and clear out, possibly?
Okay. Just, yeah.
I just know I did not add that, despite that apparently being a thing I could add.
That is in the Dungeon Master's Guide for if we were playing in a sci-fi setting.
Okay.
Tempo's going to Azalea.
So, Timber's talking to Rasilia while Karos is bringing that same cleric to Timber.
Timber recalls Rosilia having a sword or something?
Oh, yeah, I found a sword that, I I think that you would be able to put to good use. It's too big for me. And I'm going
Timber
to
will
hand him.
take the longsword and begin the rites of blessing it to be used for the Imperium.
Sorry, could you repeat that? I just heard something in the background here.
Timber's going to be praying over the sword and blessing it because he cannot use weapons unless he spends some time blessing it.
Meanwhile, the cleric is going to come with Karos, and as Karos points out Timber, who is spending the time chanting and praying over this weapon, he is going to turn to the now almost insane looking feline. And I'm sure you're the one that needs help here, not him. He is clearly a devout for who he follows.
Give it a
He's
minute.
like burning incense and stuff.
Hey, Timber!
Yes,
Who took our ship title?
the heretic.
What kind of heretics?
Thieves.
I'm fishing for an answer here, and he's making it difficult.
Alright, so he is a little Inquisitor heavy. There is nothing fine with that, nothing wrong with that.
No, you were right the first time.
Timber will look at the cleric menacingly.
Roll intimidation.
Oh my god, why? This is my life. This is my life.
Would that be advantage because he's literally praying to a sword?
Yes. Hell, even the 13
There's nothing wrong
got
with
this.
me.
The man quivers slightly as he stands there. Sir, I'm pretty sure you're wrong. Here he is an upstanding member of his religion.
I'm going to hold up the mine to his ear.
What? Why are you doing this to me? Why is this animal talking? Why are you doing this, sir?
The longer you spend here, the more your sanity will wane. It's best to get out while you still can. It's too late for me. You can still be saved.
As Timber just looking there menacingly.
Sorry, I was taxed with preparing a thing. The cleric is going to kind of just back away some, and you can make a charisma save, Karos, if you wish to, as he casts calm emotions both upon himself and you.
What is with all the twos?
He is no longer terrified. Meanwhile, you are no longer so bloodthirsty upset. At least you still feel it, but it's muted. It's not as strong. That rage within you has tapered a little bit.
Ah.
Munch, munch, crunch, crunch.
Why do I hear this animal eating?
He does that.
I am going to go back to the church, but if any of you need my services, feel free to come. We will always help those who have emotional instabilities.
You wouldn't happen to also have some means of effectively dispatching large numbers of supernaturally possessed rats?
Roselia,
Yes.
you have that in me.
Yeah, but never hurts to shore up your bets.
We could prepare some holy water for you.
I need that. I need a lot of that.
Well, you heard the you heard the pally.
We will go prepare some. Stop by the chapel, it's very hard to miss. On the way out of town. And
I know
we should,
exactly where it's at.
we
I just
should
realized
have it.
Oh, go on, sorry.
You first.
I just realized I still have 8 points of damage on me.
Yeah, you
So
said-
yeah, I'm still a little bit bloodied and short of breath this whole time.
You got thrown into a wall, and without missing a beat, you ran back to the ship, frantically looking for gunpowder to blow up half a city block.
Timber has taught me well. Ah!
Next, you're going to
It's just a
trip
flesh wound.
and try to set the town on fire.
You don't understand. There was a spider.
Perfectly reasonable.
This is going to be the campaign that breaks me.
The cleric does remove himself from the ship and slightly hurries his way to the chapel. Timber's blessing his weapon. Karos is now calmed. Rosalia, were you doing anything special?
Well, since I wasn't able to obtain any gunpowder, and we're giving the benefit of the doubt for that, I'm going to attempt to get my ship together with some meditation and bandaging my wounds.
One short rest it is. And do you use any of the herbs that the head of your...
Oh, I most certainly do. Let me tick that down by 1.
You have a very relaxing, self-medicated session, both spiritually and physically.
Demeter, either I'm going to break these people or they're going to break me. This can't keep up like this.
It is now not even high noon. It is still quite fair midday.
Can we hire that cleric on and just have him stay with us so he can constantly cast calm emotions?
He has already had the seed of madness planted. He might as well be part of the crew now.
We want to hire him for the crew. We need a cleric who can cast calm emotions so we don't murder everybody.
Maybe not him, but I think we could find another one.
With how you say that, I imagine a seagull squawks and you're just like, Cleric, I need you!
Listen to his wisdom. He speaks.
So,
I guess Timber will be on the deck, practice swinging around his longsword, getting a feel for it.
the sword feels slightly faster and agile than the weapon you previously used. It might just be because of its weight and the masterwork quality of the blade, or possibly because of the magic that just slightly enhances your body and your mind as you use the blade.
Oh, it's definitely because the Empress has brought it to me.
Why, of
Truly,
course.
This is a blessing.
The Empress does everything she can to protect her chosen.
Unfortunately, that is not me, but I shall still soar.
So now I ask if the party is going to be heading to the caves underground or going somewhere else first.
Temple is ready to assault the cave.
Kairos?
Let's go down underground.
Rosalia.
I sent the message to them.
Well, I'm going with them underground.
And Timber? Tum. Mystic Martins?
Timber, if they finish gathering up all the food that they can find and putting on the ship, then they'll go down with everyone else.
Dungeon Master and Temple, I'm totally fine with Temple being on Temple, so we can Temple while we Temple.
You're about to tumble next.
That's fine.
Though.
Temple sucks at ranged combat. He doesn't mind having a shoulder cannon.
This is only about 10 minutes before we normally end, and I would like some stuff to prepare for this underground area. Do you mind if we stopped here, Sim?
We're like 50 minutes before the end.
I'm good with stopping
Is
here.
5 minutes that big?
During the chaos we just went through, my head feels like it wants to explode. Yeets. I will figure out how to yeet the freaking wolf.
I will leave an explosive finish for this stream.
You can fully
All
try.
right.
Teach my hamster to suck eggs.
So, since the trauma of the mine is still relatively recent, and we're kind of going back into a mine-like structure, do I have to roll against a Vietnam flashback?
Well, Rosalia, it's machinery you're afraid of, not the mine.
That's where the machinery
Don't
hides.
Teach my hamster to suck eggs.
I love that one. Who teaches my hamsters to suck eggs?
He's not in the group yet.
Milo just redeemed ethereal influence.
Yeah, they
Oh,
tend
yeah?
to do that.
My question would be, would the party go to the chapel before you go to the mine?
Well, yeah, we're picking up the holy water.
In which case, Kiros, you would be dragged aside by the cleric who helped calm your emotions earlier.
I kind of like the whole fact that Karos is being dragged aside saying he's not crazy, but they're praising Temple because they're too afraid to say he's not.
Question, how do you do stream raiders on here?
I think you have a little bit of problems keeping everything nice and organized and calm and collected. So we here made a little item for you to help keep your things safe and tidy. It's this nice little bag. It has a nice alarm on it. If anything were to try to damage the bag, it would have a harder time, and if someone tries to take from within it, you will know as if an alarm spell went off. If
Thank
you
you.
would like it.
Yes, please, thank you so much. I'm keeping all my paperwork in here.
What? Wait. I know my character is not aware this bag exists. However, me as a player, I've been having the Martins stealing my everything ever since the beginning. He shows up and he's just given a theft-proof bag on day 1. If Rose ever finds out that bag exists, he is going to be keel-hauled.
I can't take it.
Rosalia, please make a charisma save in real life while we cast calm emotions.
Charisma save?
Yeah, I think you need one in real life right now.
I failed.
Well, it's only a level 1 spell. For basic clerics, depending, that could succeed.
If you need an item, I will blow more ethereal influence right now to keep this a little bit more sane.
Oh my god, why?
No.
Just
Everyone will
put-
truly.
You
adopt
need a
the
game-breaking
necessary way.
influence just to put brakes on Timber. If he's running for more than 3 rounds, he stops.
You got a better idea. We give him boots so he just keeps sliding for 10 feet after he stops.
Oh no.
That
I'll
would
use
make
this
it
to my
worse.
advantage.
No. Just give him twin tower shields and put him on rollerblades. It'll be fine.
That'll make it worse.
It'll make it better.
Hey, just remember, anything you do to Timble, he will take, and he will run with it.
He will turn it into Tony Hawk skateboarding.
Pro skater.
That is Timble's superpower. He can take literally anything you give to him and make it a shenanigan.
He's a shenanimeister.
You took chasing a rat into like a hour long. Well, everyone did that, but wow.
Shenanimancer. He's a shenanimancer.
The new class of shenanimaster.
Shenanimancers are a subclass of murder hobo, you see.
Trying to deal with it. I'm trying.
Why
You've
is the
dealt with
barbarian
more.
the paperwork guy again?
He's our barbarian, also our paperwork guy too.
So just so we're clarifying, the guy who handles the paperwork is the barbarian. The guy who takes the notes is illiterate.
I would like to point out, I believe his name is Beast from the X-Men, who's like a super genius when he's not raging out of control in his, in battle. I don't remember his name. Is it? I don't think it's just Beast. The big furry blue guy.
Beast.
I think it is Beast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just Beast.
Oh,
it's
guys. Karma wants a Spark Notes. Does anyone want the honors, or should I quickly run down the list?
What is a spark note?
Basically, a very basic idea of what happened during the stream.
Oh, Cliff's Notes. Go on.
Timber.
Yes. You want
give the
my little
best.
recap of what happened? Okay. So, anyways, we woke up. I squished Rosalia. She stayed courageous, and then I went to go get my armor. And then the lady was all like, "Oh no, who are you?" And I was like, "I'm me." And she's like, "Oh, okay." So I started getting naked, and she was like, "Oh my god, you're too hot!" And she ran out because she was so flustered by my holiness. And then I started putting my armor on, and then me also told them what psychic abilities, because I have psychic abilities now, because my name's Timble. And then we pulled the prank. She kept walking out on me, even though I was waving around my longsword. And she's like, "Oh no!" Ah! And then we went out and we went and got food. And then, I carried so much food. Oh, it was so heavy. And then we went back, and then I was just standing on the dock. And then I was all like, "Hey, me, why don't we go fishing?" And I'm like, "Okay." So I stepped on the boat and almost sank it. And then I was like, "Oh, that's cool." Then
Boat?
they caught some sort of weird scaly thingy. I don't know what it is. It was like I'll call it a flipper. And then they ate it. I didn't eat it though. I watched them eat it. And then we went to this one place, and then something started stealing stuff, and everyone's running off. So I chased after them, and I just kept running. Oh my god, I just kept running. I kept running, and I hit stuff, and I kept running. I didn't stop because I don't know. I just kept running. And one day I just kept running, then I landed in a little puddle thing. And there's water squirting everywhere. And then somebody was telling me to start digging, so I started digging. Then the guards came up and was like, "Hey, stop digging." I'm like, "I'm okay." And then it started coming. So then I spooked them all. And then we ran off. I ran off and reported my unsuccessful mission. The only time I ever failed at anything. This is just a fluke. You can always count on Timber. But anyways, we were told that the heretics went underground, and then we started going to this church thing, and they started talking about some stupid religion stuff about peace and tolerance and calm emotions. This isn't even a church. This is a fluke. And then someone was telling me to recap stuff, and then Tipple starts going back in an infinite circle about what he did that day.
He's in a recursion loop.
The only thing he missed was the Martin telephones.
Oh yeah,
No one
the
needs to know about that.
The one thing Tipple actually invented. Yeah, just remember, you can thank Temple for the fact that we have Molten telephones, because he literally picked up a Molten and started talking into it.
The Martin's ringing. Somebody pick it up. Or just poop the nose. Send it to thought mail.
Like I said, never underestimate the power of Temple shenanigans.
Hi, have you ever tried ordering from our quirk box? We have wonderful delicacies that can...
Oh, keep going.
No, I want someone to turn off the Martin.
It's like a spam phone call. It's just like some other person that also has a telekinetic Martin, and you're just like, who is this?
Is your refrigerator running? What's a refrigerator? Oh.
Meanwhile,
Sorry,
the
wrong
animated
reality.
refrigerator.
And then somebody calls Temple and asks if his refrigerator's running, and then he puts down the Molten and starts running in a random direction, not knowing what he's chasing, but he's chasing.
Was that satisfactory, Karma?
All
Everybody
right.
loves Temple recaps.
I think we should go ahead and end at this point before it gets too much worse.
Oh, no, I have one last joke. I promise it's the last one. At some point in time, I just know what's going to happen. We're going to have the Martin start ringing, and there's going to be a guy on the other end saying, "Is this..."
Is this what? You cut out. What was it? The thing cut out.
No, Zim kicked Tanya into the timeout well. This is Sparta'd, Tanya.
I wanted to know what the joke was, but that was also hilarious.
See, it's just going to ring, and there's going to be a guy on the other end. He's just going to say, is this...
Man, your Martins have really spotty connection.
Is this reality C-137? I know you've got my Morty.
I'll be right back. I run to the bathroom real quick.
I imagine when Chip was doing a little recap, everything is drawn in like crayons and stuff.
Almost definitely. It's they're drawn in crayons, and they're done popsicle stick puppet style.
Yeah. just little drawings of Temple. You know, he puts up a little stage, and he's got little popsicle sticks, and he's got him, and he's the only one that's drawn actually pretty good because he thinks so highly of himself, but everything else is drawn terribly.
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening for Red Flag Rejects Dungeons and Dragons. We will be back next week with more of it. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Time, we've got our World of Darkness stream, so do come on by for that. And don't forget, we've got Exalted on Sundays at 1 p.m. Central Time as well. So do come by for those. They are great. Possibly not as hilarious as, you know, this. But, you know, it's still great. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Twitter, Patreon, all those things there on the website, as well as down in the description below. Please consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. I am streaming full-time now, and I cannot continue to do so without your support. Please consider becoming a patron and supporting the channel, making sure that I continue bringing these streams to you all. I seriously cannot do it without you, as well as my donators and subscribers. But anyways, thank you all so much for joining, and I bid you the most fondest adieu. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye, guys. See you next week.
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye! Uh-huh.
Good luck, everybody.
I'll fucking bomb it again!
I'll do it again.
I'll do it again.
And again. Moist.